Ladies and gentlemen, we get started with a heavyweight championship contest. Let's first welcome to the ring the challenger from New Zealand, Junior Fa.
Well, as it is for any of these heavyweights, however experienced, a huge night in their careers. Potentially, for some of them, a defining night. And for Junior Fa, it's an attempt to get his career back on track. The two defeats on his record have happened in his last three fights. As we wait for the crowd to filter in here, minute by minute, hour by hour, leading up to those two huge co-main events and plenty beneath them as well. This man, Junior Fa, clambering through the ropes for the first time in 14 months. So having to fend off ring rust, as well as the mighty threat of Frank Sanchez.
And now let's welcome the defending champion from Cuba, Frank the Cuban Flash Sanchez.
Frank Sanchez, one of a number of unbeaten heavyweights on the card here this evening. Emerging from the corridors and looking to make a statement here. The man unbeaten in 23 fights from that magnificent fighting nation of Cuba. But for all their prowess in the heavyweight and super heavyweight division, in the amateur ranks, still the island nation waiting for a first ever professional world heavyweight champion. Is this the man to end the barren run? Making his way to ringside outside the United States for the first time in his professional career. And so much at stake here tonight for the man who's ranked loftily within all four of the main sanctioning bodies.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Day of Reckoning, a great night of World Championship Boxing live from Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. We would first like to extend a big thank you to His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and His Excellency, Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority, Turkey Al-Sheikh. We get things started with 10 rounds scheduled, and it will be for the WBC Continental Americas and NABO Heavyweight Championships. Brought to you by Frank Warren on behalf of Queensberry Promotions for Riyadh Season and National Events Center in association with General Entertainment Authority, Gold Star Promotions, Sella, Lou DeBella's DeBella Entertainment, and Warriors Boxing. It is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, Steward in Charge Robin Smith, along with the World Boxing Council. President Mauricio Suleiman, Supervisor Mauro Betti, and the North American Boxing Organization, Supervisor Robert W. Smith. Our timekeeper is Andrew East, and our 3 judges assigned, scoring on a 10-point must system, will be Mark Lyson of England, Guido Cavalletti of Italy, and Massimo Barrovecchio of Italy. Our referee in charge, third man in the ring, will be Kevin Parker of England. Introducing to you first, the challenger, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He comes to the ring wearing black with gold and weighed in officially at 268.5 pounds. Coming to us from Otahuhu, New Zealand, he brings a professional record consisting of 20 wins, 2 defeats, with 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Junior Fall. And his opponent across the ring, he is the defending champion, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He comes to the ring wearing white with gold and weighed in officially at 241.5 pounds. A native of Guantanamo, Cuba, he is now making his home in Miami, Florida, USA, and brings an undefeated record with 23 wins, 16 of his 23 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning and defending WBC Continental Americas and NABO Heavyweight Champion, Frank the Cuban Flash Sanchez.
Frank. Gents, we've already been through the final instructions in the dressing room. You know what I expect, a clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourselves at all times. 10 rounds, touch gloves.
No boxing, no life. The mantra we saw there on the tracksuit top of the trainer, Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso, familiar in the corner, of course, of Canelo Alvarez.
Seconds out, round 1.
As Frank Sanchez now looks to make another statement in the heavyweight division, highly ranked within all 4 of the sanctioning bodies, against a man who has been out of action for the past 14 months and has seen barely 3 minutes of ring action in the last 3 years. Can Sanchez take advantage of Junior Far's inactivity?
He's a very good fighter, Sanchez, so well schooled. Razor sharp hands, quick reactions, and Junior Far does the basics really, really well. Has a nice jab, but sometimes that lead hand position gets a little lazy. Has to be careful because Sanchez will be looking for the counter right over the top.
Sanchez doesn't have your typical Cuban style either. You know, most Cubans, they're kind of taught, you know, a little bit differently. Defense first, fight behind the jab. Most of them are converted into southpaws. You see here, Sanchez very aggressive, especially with that right hand, always coming forward, always looking for the knockout.
A gasp from the crowd here, such as it is in this early stage of the day of reckoning, as Sanchez looks to wing in a big overhand right that just almost shaved the chin of Junior Far.
Yeah, we just see a moment there as well with Far, just a little clumsy with 3 shots, and you see Sanchez has taken his feet out of range. He has to be very disciplined here, Far. He can't afford to get sloppy, complacent. Looks unfazed here.
Sanchez has a really good jab. I like to see him alternate it from the chin to the chest to the belly of Fa. You know, the belly of Fa looks a little soft, so you can touch him down there, start doubling up the jabs, pushing him back, then that big right hand can land.
Yeah, especially the jab after he pierces it to the body. Look for the right hand upstairs. It's all about setting traps in this sport. Sanchez has a bag of tricks, that's for sure. So I don't think it'll be long till we start seeing that variation.
I'm surprised that Sanchez is not starting faster offensively, considering that Fa, in the last 3 fights, he has lost twice of them. So he's been beaten already. So remind him of those losses, test that chin as fast as possible.
Especially as one of those defeats came in a single round against the 43-year-old Lucas Brown in June of last year in Melbourne.
Yeah, be happy with this fight. If this stays the same and he gets to sit on his stool after this opening round, I think he'll be happy.
Yeah,
Brushed off some cobweb surgery.
I really thought Sanchez was going to start fast.
Yeah,
He's going to want to. I thought he was going to start in a flash, like his nickname indicates. But right now I think he's respecting a little bit of what Fa's doing. There's a little nervous energy. I expect more from Sanchez in the second round.
Ya viste que es lento, ¿eh? Le estás metiendo las izquierdas, pero él está así porque quiere agarrar con la derecha porque es más alto que tú. Ok, lo estás haciendo bien. Si vas a soltar tu izquierda, regrésala rápido para que no te meta la derecha, güey. No pegas aquí. Si una de esas lo agarras con la derecha tú. Ok, así bloqueando, haciéndolo fallar, moviendo la cintura. Ve agarrando el ritmo, ve agarrando tu ritmo, hijo, ¿eh? Eres lento, güey.
Corners, 10 seconds.
To put him off. The minus, catch minus. Okay.
Seconds out, round 2.
So if we're being polite, a patient start over the first 3 minutes by Frank Sanchez, now 31 years of age and bringing a record of 23 fights unbeaten into the ring. Most recently active in September on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez, with whom he shares a trainer, as I was saying earlier on. Now looking to zap that jab to the body, as suggested by Sergio Mora in that opening round.
Yeah, Sanchez has a long, very strong jab, and that sets out that big right hand. But if you're not fooling your opponent, if you're not hiding that right hand, then it's easy to see. So if you can start gutting them to the belly, bending your knees, and you can come over the top and have success.
Yeah, I think he's a little frustrated with the position of this lead hand from Fa. He's really reaching with the shot, and he's yet to slip on either side of that hand and struggle to find the right hand. I think, like you said, Sergio, just needs to raise the tempo, go through the gears.
And you could do that with foot feints right there. That's the first foot feint that I've seen from Sanchez. If you can actually bait your opponent to throw that jab and get the bigger man to fall off balance, then you can land the right hand, even if it's just hooking around the guard.
Somewhere between 35 and 40 pounds between these two, Fa the heavier of them, and a man with a solid amateur pedigree. Bronze medal at the Commonwealth Games in India back in 2010 and fought Joseph Parker 4 times, 2 wins apiece.
There's the jab to the belly right there. That's the first time we've seen that. I think, little by little, he's starting to realize that the jab upstairs is not really landing on Fa, so he's going to have to go to plan B with that jab, and that's going to be the gut.
He's in the right position, Fa, holding the center of the ring. That just allows him, look, to be fair, he's got quick feet for a big guy, Fa. He manages to get out of range quickly. So his position in the ring is vital to stop Sanchez coming forward and landing those sharp counters. He'd be very, very happy with this start. That's a lovely jab, though, from Sanchez.
See that right hand right there? That's what Sanchez doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to fall off balance, because if you're going to be throwing that right hand, which he has a big right hand, but you got to set that jab up, set that right hand up with a jab downstairs, chest, belly, and then you can back your man up.
Yeah, more feints required from Sanchez. Good feet, though. Again, I mean, look, it was a good one, too, but the feet out of range from Fa. doing exactly the right thing there, and he's able to do so because of the position he is in the ring.
Sanchez pretty much bookending the round with that left hand to the body of Junior Farr.
Double up on your jab to get in there, you know what I mean? And then try and see if you can double up on your shoot, make the shoot a little more. I'm glad
Conor Ben on the comeback trail here on DAZN. Saturday, February the 3rd is the date. Up against the undefeated Pistol Peter Dobson. That's in Las Vegas, live here on DAZN.
Keep your lead hand out a little longer. O vas aquí, o vas aquí. Pero bien cubiertito,
Yeah, look. I think he's waiting a bit too much for me, Sanchez. He's a natural counter-puncher, but I'd like to see him just be a bit more committed to his work. That was a nice jab, and like Sergio said, there was a nice jab to the body, but I'd like to see him bring in his feet and really letting his hands go.
And the way you bring your feet forward is by doubling your jab, even if it's to the chest. Just back up the fighter, and then you can start throwing that right hand with mean intentions.
Yeah, like the feints as well with hands and feet. Get the reaction that way. This is better. This is a better tempo to the work of Sanchez, but Farr again looking unfazed, relaxed.
And just the danger that he allows Farr to grow in confidence.
Exactly what you said, Sergio, where he had that loss last time out, make him feel worried, nervous, tentative, and he hasn't done that so far. That's good work. That's the variation we know he has, Sanchez.
Yeah, so far it's Farr actually controlling the middle of the ring and backing up Sanchez. You know, Sanchez really is showing a lot of respect actually to Farr. Patiently waiting for the right shot. We know that Sanchez has big power, but without setting up your opponent or fooling your opponent, you know, getting him to fall off balance or backing him up, you know, Farr's not going to fall for him. See, that's a heavy foot feint by Sanchez, and Farr's not going to fall for those either.
He's taking his time, he's waiting, it's good. Check left hook there. Again, just want to see more. Such a big opportunity this to look good and showcase your skills.
And each time Sanchez threatens to land a big shot, whether it's that overhand right or left hook just a few moments ago, there's this collective gasp from the crowd.
Okay, now we see Farr on the back foot now. If Sanchez could actually start doubling and tripling up the jabs and getting Farr to go backwards, maybe he can open up the offense, because Farr's not as good on the back foot as he is on the front foot.
Yeah, we're starting to see that now slightly, but he's a little hesitant. I'm surprised we're not seeing that. I think this is good work. I think it's because Sanchez is a natural counter-puncher. He's always waiting for that lead to come out first, but I think it's going to be down to him now to up the tempo.
See, there's a gumshoe dislodged beneath them on the canvas, as again Sanchez tries to find the timing with that right hand.
Yeah, I don't expect we'll see Farr raising any kind of pace or tempo in this contest, so to put more pressure on Sanchez, because he come into this fight with big reputation. It's down to him to raise this, make more of this contest. Farr will continue to do so as he is now, behind that jab.
It really is. You know what, Darren? That's the thing about Farr. You know, if you can let him win quiet rounds, he's happy with that. You know, so it's up to Sanchez. He's a bigger puncher. He's actually a little bit more experienced to actually push the fight and get Farr to be uncomfortable fighting his fight.
Solid left hand towards the end of that round there, driving Sanchez back into the ropes. Success for Junior Farr.
Relájate, güey, relájate. Va a entrar round apenas. Va a entrar roundcitos, Empieza así, empieza a agarrar ritmo. Cuando empieza a agarrar, no lo vas a empezar a agarrar ya con más golpes. Abajo, arriba, métele a las pintas ya. ¡Pam, pam! La de acá, pum.
And I love that jab right there. Long, strong jab by Sanchez. He tried to come up afterwards with an uppercut. I would love to have seen an overhand right there because Fa did have his head up in the air. See right there, around the guard. That right hook would have landed around the shoulder.
Yeah, he chose the wrong shot there. The right hand was there for the opening.
When he's on the ropes, he's going to stop.
And Eddie Reynoso in the corner of Sanchez told him that he wants more right hooks to the body. So even if the jab is not landing, at least you're setting up the right hook, either upstairs or to the body.
Well, can Frank Sanchez, as we move into the 4th round, show us something to ignite this day of reckoning? The first of 8 fights on the card, culminating in those co-main events featuring Anthony Joshua and before him Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, just waiting too long, Sanchez. Looking for the perfect shot, the perfect punch. Just needs to get in a rhythm behind that jab. This is better.
And there's that right hand to the body. See, whenever you can land upstairs, just touch anything. Get the confidence, especially with that right hand. If you can start doubling up the jab and throwing that right hand with mean intentions to the chest or to the belly or to around the guard, then you're going to start getting respect from your opponent.
The target's there. It's a huge target of Farah. You can start moving your feet side to side, look for various openings.
It's a huge target. It's a soft target. That's what I mentioned earlier with Fa. You know, the midsection is not really too muscular, so touch that soft body and make them feel it downstairs. Take the legs away. And that's good by Sanchez right there. Start, alternating his head, going up and down, moving that waist, making it more difficult for Fa to find a target.
I must say Fa, on the flip side, I don't think we've seen him throw one right hand yet. He's finding the distance with that lead hand.
Yeah,
you can see there, but he's just pulling the shot. He's not fully rotating through that right hand.
Fa is comfortable with being in quiet, close rounds. He doesn't really want to push the fight. If he can stay and keep this fight somewhat competitive without doing much, that's actually going to be in favor of Fa, who, like I said, is coming off some back-to-back defeats.
Yeah, one of those defeats by Lucas Brown in a single round. The one before that was against Joseph Parker over 12 rounds in Auckland back in February of 2021. And again, Sanchez looking for that right hand.
Need more though, Mike. We need to see a change in pattern here. 2 phases, let your hands go, 3-4 shots, go again. Far too comfortable for me in this contest. Growing in confidence.
No, I agree, Darren. The longer this fight goes, the better, of course, and more confident Fa's going to be. But Sanchez, it's just not going to be a good look for him, especially if Fa's coming off, getting knocked out by 43-year-old Lucas Brown. So if you want to prove that you're the goods, Sanchez needs to pick up the gas and look for another gear.
Well, we stay here in Riyadh for the Riyadh Season Tennis Cup from December the 26th and the 27th. Watch tennis icons Novak Djokovic, Carlos Alcaraz, Arina Sabalenka and Ons Jabeur all battling it out on court, live here on DAZN in just a few days' time. And milling around in the arena here before we got underway, Filip Ergovic, who's here tonight, like Frank Sanchez, defending his unbeaten record, and like Sanchez, looking to push on in 2024 to challenge for one of the world titles at least.
Seconds out, round 5.
Ergovic saying that the winner of the fight between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk will have to defend the IBF title against Ergovic or vacate it. Sanchez starts with a sharp jab, complemented by Sergio Mora earlier in the contest. Can he find some rhythm now, though? Some momentum to separate him here. He was a huge favourite with the bookmakers coming into this one, but so far, Junior Fa has managed to more than hold his own. Been reading a lot of what Sanchez does.
Yes, he has. And you know, Fa started off really fast right here, throwing the jab with mean intentions. You can see he still has Sanchez on the back foot. So Sanchez is respecting the jab of Fa right now and the game plan that Fa has.
This is better. Close. A little too close is Sanchez, but this is a huge opportunity here to send shockwave through the heavyweight division. All eyes on Sanchez. We're waiting to see that energy, that burst. For some reason, a little reluctant. I have to give credit to Fa. He's worked nicely behind that lead hand, looks unfazed. I like the positioning in the ring from Fa, but like you say, with the defeat last time out, this is an opportunity here for Sanchez to look very good, and so far, I have to be honest, he's not.
No, he's hesitant right now, and Fa's growing in confidence, you know. When a fighter, you know, gets stopped, especially when you have back-to-back losses, and his last win was against a winless opponent, so there's no confidence building there. So Sanchez really needs to pick up the pace and make him feel the losses, make him feel like the fighter that got stopped, and he's just not doing that right now, showing way too much respect.
I think the most important thing as a fighter, other than winning, is making these people in this arena, people watching at home, thinking, I can't wait to see Frank Sanchez fight again. But still plenty of time for him to put his foot on the gas. Just falling short, it seems to me as if he hasn't got his distance that good. Using the right hand better that way, but put full purchase on the shot.
Given that this is being beamed all around the world with so many big names on the card, this is a huge opportunity for both of these. But coming in, it was expected to be Frank Sanchez who was putting on the showcase. So far, you have to say it's been lackluster at best.
Lackluster, and it's actually been really positive for Fa, you know, because Fa, the longer this fight goes, the better for him, and obviously it's not looking good for Sanchez. But Fa's controlling the middle of the ring. He's actually pushing Sanchez back right now. Momentum's definitely on his side.
Yeah, far better intent at the start of that round and throughout that round for Fa. See if he can build from that now.
Keep breathing. You've got to be more active with that jab. You've got to be more active with everything. Okay, you got it? Halfway round now. So you need to start picking that up. Double up on that too. He's going down low, so you're going to do that strong frame, give it and look for a front run or something. Okay? Right? He's timing.
So what can Frank Sanchez show us? You know, there's been some exchanges there, but nothing has troubled Fa at all. That right hand close inside never really troubled the New Zealander, but you know, I think we're going to see more of the same of Fa. It's down to Sanchez now to turn the screw, force the pace, find the openings, and try to excite this crowd here.
If I was Sanchez, every time Fa threw one jab, I mean, Fa's not throwing the jab with mean intentions. He's not throwing it more than one time. He's not doubling it up. So anytime Fa throws one jab, Sanchez should come back with 2 or 3 jabs to back up Fa, get him on the back foot, and then after that you can start letting the right hand go with mean intentions, even if it's to the chest. As long as you start landing something, you get the confidence to start throwing more than just one shot.
Yeah, it's all about rhythm here. Do that behind the lead hand, even if you're going to feint, just something to try and find those openings.
Yeah,
he's so well schooled, Sergio. I'm surprised we're not.
I really am. See, that was a really good jab right there by Sanchez, but you know, both of them missed. If you're missing that jab like that, then you got to come with the right hand, even if it's just to the shoulder. As long as you're landing something, you can come around with the left and start alternating and throwing your combinations. But if it's just single shots like that, you're never going to get momentum and confidence. You know, they're just both, you know, kind of fencing right now, jab for jab, looking for openings, and that's not the look you want on the day of reckoning. You want to make something happen.
That was a better right hand from Sanchez, but he took it well far. Far has to be careful when doing that. Chin high, clumsy. I'm surprised again Sanchez isn't looking for that right hand there. He had an opportunity.
See right here, there you go, that's what I was going to say. Whenever both of them are in front of each other, they're just kind of fencing with that jab that aren't really landing. You know, just throw it to the chest. Just throw something to the torso area where you're landing and you're actually keeping your man, you know, looking for something else.
Sway out of range and then step in with a right hand of his own, taken well by Sanchez.
You can see the confidence he's building with Fa. That's the reason he threw that right hand with big power, and there it is again.
Yeah, this is better. He's starting to throw that right hand with real authority now. Definitely, like you say, Sergio, growing into this contest.
Yeah, you don't want to give any kind of confidence to a man that has been stopped before. You want to make him feel like he doesn't belong, and Sanchez is not doing that. So obviously, Fa's turning into little by little a confident beast in front of him, and backing up Sanchez now on the back foot and against the ropes.
Will this ambition of Fa give Sanchez the chance to find that counter? And there is the chance, and down goes Fa towards the end of the round. The count will continue. Can he make it to his feet? He seems to be relatively clear-eyed, and in comes the bell. And at last, Sanchez finds the range.
That only happened because you're dropping your left hand. You got to keep your left hand up. He's going to come at you now. You got to really fight. You got to really fight yourself on this one.
Well, look, we wanted that right hand, and look, he set it up like a flash, but it was the jab downstairs that did it. It was the jab to the belly that caused Fa to actually try to paw it away, opened up the avenue for the right hand, and that was a big right hand. I'm surprised Fa got up from that.
You know, it's there now. I expect a very sharp next round from Sanchez. That was beautiful. The speed, the accuracy, and the timing. Needs to build from that now, Sanchez.
Round 7.
Credit to the chin of Fa. That was a solid, big right hand by the best punch in Sanchez's arsenal. Is that right hand landed cleanly on the chin. You can see the way both feet went off the canvas. You know, he just shook him, but credit to Fa, he got up.
And have those 60 seconds been enough for Fa to regroup?
He's doing the right thing here. Trying to tell Sanchez, I'm not hurt, I'm fine. That minute rest is enough.
You go Sanchez looking for the same shot, threw that jab down to the belly. You know, just to open up that right hand again. He's gonna land it again.
It is that lead hand position of Fa. He really fences with the shot. That allows Sanchez to find that right hand. Big shot again.
Brilliant combination, and down goes Fa for the second time. And this time, there's a lot longer left in the round. 2 minutes to survive for Junior Fa. Superb combination punching from Sanchez. And now we're starting to see the real promise that he hit so well for the first half a dozen rounds, but now Fa in big trouble.
And it was the exact same punch. It's a jab downstairs just to land a clean right hand. That punch will land again.
And this is good work. Just smothering his work here from Sanchez. Just needs to give a bit of space, but Fa is hurt.
I would love to see Sanchez throw a hook instead of a straight right jab, come around the guard, then the big right hand. Switch it up, alternate your attack coming in through the front door.
Dangerous Sanchez smothering his own work here. Did get through with a crisp, short right hand as Fa goes on the back foot. No longer trying to dominate from center ring. These are very different circumstances, and still a minute to go in the 7th.
Yeah, and the legs are very unsteady of Fa as he moves. Still hurt. Right hand again. Straight down the middle. He took that one well, Fa. Sort of leaned back on the ropes, but...
And you can see the confidence just fading away from Fa. That's what big right hands do. That's what knockdowns do. Now it's Fa on the back foot, just looking to survive now. He's definitely the prey in this round.
And down he goes for the third time. Looking across at the corner, they're showing concern, and why not?
Yeah, they should stop this fight.
And the referee decides that 3 times down is enough. And Frank Sanchez can celebrate. Eventually, he got the rhythm, he got the momentum, he found the power, and produced a highlight reel finish in the end to his first appearance as a professional outside the United States. It took a while, but in the end, it was impressive from this man, Frank Sanchez.
Right, we'll let him off, Sergio. We'll let him off now because we got the finish we was expecting. That was explosive, that was spiteful. It was intelligent work from Sanchez, the way that you was calling for, Sergio, that jab to the body, the right hand over the top. We got to see in that round what Frank Sanchez is all about.
And we also got to see patience from Sanchez. You know, he wasn't really eager to land that right hand. Like, he knew it was eventually going to land. Of course, you know, on the outside looking in, we expect more, but you could see that he was eventually going to land that right hand. He was patient, he set it up cleanly and got the knockout.
Yeah, it was a fantastic shot again. The right hand, it's that lead hand position from far too loose. And with the speed, the accuracy from Sanchez, you're never, ever gonna get away with that. He done well to stay on his feet momentarily, but then drops. And enough was enough. And like I say, we'll let you off, Sanchez, because we was expecting big things. We got the big finish. We did see intelligence. We did see patience. And we see the destructive finish we was all hoping for. High on the tempo, that right hand, but a very hurtful shot still.
And that was a smart jab by Frank Sanchez. It wasn't a jab to really land that punch. It was to hide the right hand. So look at how he extended that jab, pause. There was a slight pause, and then boom, that right hand off the temple. And that was the second time, the second knockdown right there.
Let's get the official time then from Thomas Treiber up in the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 2 minutes 42 seconds of round number 7. Our referee in charge, Kevin Parker, waves off the contest. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout, still undefeated, and WBC Continental Americas and NABO heavyweight champion, Frank the Cuban Flash Sanchez.
Well, the expression on the face of Sanchez shows just what it means to him. It was a very intense look, maybe even tense look of concentration as they came together to be given the referee's instructions at the beginning of the fight. And maybe his first appearance outside of the United States made him especially nervous.
And we got to give Fa some credit because he was getting hit with some solid shots by a big puncher, got dropped, you know, multiple times. He kept getting up. These were clean shots, clean right hands by a big right hand puncher. So credit to Fa, credit for his determination, the chin, but ultimately there was just one too many right hands.
Yeah, he was growing into the contest, Fa, for sure. Started to let the right hand go, but as I say that, so did Sanchez start to get his right hand into play, and you can see the damage it's done. Generates so much power from the speed and the accuracy of the shot. You can see it send shocks through.
And normally when you see fighters dance like that and when they're hurt with right hands like that, it's because the equilibrium's off. But credit to Fa, like I said, he was taking those shots good, kept getting up, kept wanting to fight back, and it was up to Sanchez to make him relent, make him not get up.
glad we got to see glimpses there of how powerful, how explosive Frank Sanchez can be.
He really is.
Great finish.
He ended this fight in the flash, and that's exactly what he needed and what this crowd wanted.
And that clearly meant so much to Frank Sanchez. And Darren saying how it proved that he can be explosive when he really gets into a rhythm. Showing also on this first fight on the card just how explosive heavyweight boxing can be and the kind of drama and excitement it delivers on a regular basis. So as Frank Sanchez departs the scene, Sergio, Darren, who are you thinking you want to see him in the ring against next?
Well, look, I think it has to be some serious kind of opponent now. I'm talking whether it be a gatekeeper or some sort of genuine eliminator. He's that good. Look, we've seen intelligence, we see patience there, and we see the explosive finish. And now I think he's ready now to really be let off the leash.
I'll tell you what, I would love to see him fight someone that's on this card. How about a Philip Ergovich against him? That's a good test for both of them to see who deserves a title shot next.